Hey, welcome back to the Breaking Bad Insider Podcast. My name is Kelly Dixon. We're here on episode number 313, our last episode of season 3. Here with my writer, director, and executive producer, creator, and all-around guru, Vince Gilligan.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
That's a good intro, Kelly.
Also, we got our co-executive producer on the show, Michelle McLaren.
Hello.
And our producer, Melissa Bernstein.
Hello.
It's kind of a special one because we have not had Vince Gilligan in the writer/director position since the pilot.
This is true.
Welcome back, Vince.
Well, thank you very much. I have not directed an episode. I haven't directed anything, not even Traffic, not since the pilot. On a pilot, you usually have quite a few more days of shooting, and you have a longer schedule typically on a pilot, and you have more money on a pilot than you have for any typical hour of television. It is so hard to do this show, and it was a very humbling experience.
Yeah, Vince, explain to everybody why it is that you can't go and direct more.
There's a lot of things I am good at, but I'm not good at doing two things at once. And the thing I can give to the show that's most important for the show, the thing I can do that is most valuable for Breaking Bad is breaking stories. Breaking means coming up with actual plots. And I certainly don't do it alone. I have wonderful writers.
I have to imagine that as you're writing an episode or anything that you're going to shoot, you're prepping it as a director. I mean, you're writing it, and as you're writing it, thinking of your shots and thinking of how you want to tell this story.
You know, it's funny. It is kind of true, but then you stop yourself at a certain point. At least I do, because I'm not a fast writer to begin with. And one thing that slows me down as a writer is whether I'm director or not, is spending too much time trying to visualize every last detail.
When you started in the writer's room in last May, did you guys know what you were going to do by episode 13? Did you know what was going to happen?
The beginning of season 2 was the end of season 2, which it therefore follows. We had to know where the hell we were headed. This season, because we did it last year that way, and we like to mix it up. We don't want to do anything twice if we can help it, just because we want to keep things fresh for the viewers and for ourselves. This season, season 3, we said, let's not know exactly where we're going.
That whole sequence with Mike in the chemical factory, that's a pretty surprising turn for the finale.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand that it's actually a factory that produces this stuff that they need.
I don't think it's a factory per se. I think it's a warehouse.
Okay, yeah. But it's this Chinese company that's getting their chemicals
Yeah.
for the meth production.
Well, if you look closely, if there's episodes throughout the season, if you notice the black chemical 55-gallon drums in the background of certain shots, if you notice there is a golden moth ideogram, or not an ideogram, but just basically a graphic, a design on the barrel ends, on the drum ends. And it's sort of a golden moth. In this case, I wanted the folks to see the sign that said golden moth, but you're running for your life. And unfortunately, and this is, again, how the director screwed up, meaning me, but the name of that chemical warehouse is Golden Moth Incorporated. All this to say, I had a cool shot where we were going to see the sign, and we never got to it. And we got to say about David Costabile, he is such a wonderful actor and such a sweet guy. Talk about how you didn't cut the part where he's singing along to Crapa Pelada, which is, by the way, a wonderful song found for us, as usual, by Thomas Goljubich, who's our wonderful music supervisor. He finds this amazing song, this Italian song from the 30s.
Yeah, it's a Milanese song.
Milanese.
So it's in a very particular Italian dialect, apparently about a guy named Crapa Pelada making an omelet. That's apparently what
Seriously?
the song's about.
That's what it's about?
And David got it ahead of time and learned the song, and he
That
does
guy's
not.
the bomb. Have you thought about what's next?
In a lot of ways, this is a show about cancer, about a guy whose impetus for becoming a criminal in the first place is his terminal cancer diagnosis. But in a metaphoric sense, this is a show about cancer in the sense that Walt himself is kind of a cancer on the people around him, the people he loves, his family. Jesse is such a sweet kid. He's like he's a good kid. He's loyal to a fault. He's really gone out on a limb here to help out his partner, and it maybe lost a big chunk of his soul in the bargain, and it's a pretty rough ending for a season, and it does beg the question what's going to happen next. And I'd love to say I got it all figured out, but you know, what would be the fun in that if I already had it? For me, if I had it already all figured out.
Right on. Let's go break bad.